How is everybody doing today? Welcome to another stream of hopefully Rufus fixes his guitar and maybe not. We'll see what happens. Let me just get settled in here and we'll get going. We've got a much better setup today, or at least I think we do. You let me know if you think this is a better setup, but I do. So I've gone a little bit ahead of you. I've also got chat right here, and it's right in front of me. We're no longer facing behind the computer, so I can now look forward. So that's good. So I've gotten a little bit ahead of you here. All we've done is I took off this back plate. I like that I can see what I'm demoing now. I can go like this, and it doesn't look too good on the green screen one, but on the big one it looks great. So all I did is I took off that back plate and I took the strings out. So I haven't fully decided what all we're going to do today. We do have a new pack of hybrid slinkies that we're going to throw on this. That was the problem last time. We started restringing it back up, if you'll remember, and the high E string broke. So I've been playing the Vibracell for the last week or two. If you'll remember, we got, here one sec, I'll switch over to this view here. We got the Vibracell all good and going, right? So we also need to take a look at this, maybe not today. If you'll remember, the action was super duper high. We did a whole bunch of things to it. We took the strings off, we changed the pickup height, we took the bridge off, we put the bridge back on, we changed the neck, and we also conditioned the fretboard. And now I think the action's a bit too low. It was our first time ever adjusting action. Stuff happens. So whatever there. We're going to continue on. So we might come back to this. This is what I've been using ever since that first stream, because all my other guitars are at a commission now. The acoustic, the bridge is lifting on it, so we have to glue the bridge back down. I don't have the tools or the glue for that. The classical, I don't have nylon strings for yet. This is still running old strings because I don't really want to, I don't see any point in putting new strings on them until I'm actually going to do something with them. I'm playing with them largely unplugged right now because my amp right here is a 40-watt amp with a really small room. It literally hurts to play in this room. So I've been playing largely unplugged. I do have a small Behringer amp in the corner there that we might be able to, take a look at here today. But we're going to hang this guy up for now. And we're going to get into this guy. Something else I got since last time. I got a few things. I got a nicer ruler for actually measuring the action and stuff. So this is it's also a fret rocker as well. So a fret rocker measures 3 frets at a time, and you're trying to look for height. So now we've got a nice fret rocker tool. We can, we do get a bit of rock here. Does that mean the first fret's high? I'm gonna have to learn how to do this. We're not gonna do any like crazy fret stuff to start, because like I don't have the right tools for some of this stuff yet. And then I think as I get up here, like I have to, right, because they get closer together, you have to use different different lengths, like all the way up here. This is a fret rocker for up here, and all the way down here, this direction is a fret rocker for there. So again, I'm learning. I don't know how to do this stuff. So does that pocket come out of this bag? It does. I'm going to keep this so I don't stab myself. That just goes on here, like so. Cool. I like that. Can I also go like, no, I can't. Oh, maybe it goes on there, maybe? I don't know. It's not useful because it just kind of slips right off. So you can go in the garbage bag. We'll get rid of you. Also, last time I did this stream, I did it like standing up, hunched over the table the entire time. We're not doing that this time. If I need to change the camera angles, I will. Sorry, I'm dying. I need my foot pedal over here so I can mute easier. And my stream deck. So we're learning how this setup's going to work together, but this is much better of a setup. I feel much more comfortable. We're just going to take our time, but I feel much more comfortable in this setup. I feel like I could work here probably all day. So I'm not going to touch the saddle height. I probably should. I'm restringing it. Yeah, we're probably going to have to do... We might do some filing on this nut. We might have to do a few things. We need to make a game plan first, I guess. I hadn't really considered how I was going to use my computer. Can I... Oh, okay. Hold on. I need to take some notes for next time. Right now. So, hold on a sec here, guys. You're gonna... If I don't take these notes for next time, I'm just not going to remember. So, just give me a sec here. Because I want these streams to get better over time, not worse. So we are 2026... 04, 25. Been starting to keep physical notes, and I've been finding it way easier to like remember things because I can find them. I know they're in here. Okay, so we're going to take a quick note here, so swap the webcam. Swap web cams. Now, which one's which here? I've got one with a blue light and one with a white light, and one is a C922 and one is a C920. So this one, the one with the blue light, is the C922. That needs to go up. So swap cameras. C922 goes top monitor. And the C920, which is the white light, C920 white light on bottom. Bring wireless keyboard and mouse, foot pedal, mute, stream deck, closer. Okay. Okay, so those are my notes for next time. Okay. We're good. Let's move on. Okay. So, what are we going to do now? So first we're going to continue to disassemble this. I want to take the faceplate off. We're going to re-heighten the pickups. We're going to learn what we need to do with this bridge. We're going to take, I don't remember, I think we did take this off last time and tighten this, but we're going to double check. We're going to take everything off, the whole pick guard, get in underneath, because I can't remember what we did last time. And remember over there, we've still got on our nice wall, our vibracell, our pins for our acoustic, and the saddle platform, like the little white bridge piece that slides into the classical, that's also hanging on the wall over there. So, I wish I knew where my iFixit was. It's kind of the problem when you don't put things back properly all the time. You kind of lose track of where everything is. And also, we're going to get to take a look at these electronics, because we're going to be taking everything off. I want to look at how it's wired and what kind of shielding we have. At some point soon, in the next like day or two, I've been lazy and I haven't done it yet. We're gonna order a soldering iron and the fan that I need to like not inhale all the fumes. And we're going to be resoldering a lot of this stuff. We're going to be putting in new pots, new pickups, new pickup selectors, the whole 9 yards. So that's what's next. I wish this would sit up there. You know what I need? Hold on. That. Guys, I need something to put screws in. I always have little parts dishes kicking around because this always happens to me, and then I never know what to do with the dish after, and I just kind of put it somewhere because I know that I'm going to need it again. Okay, there we go. Put those in there because we're going to have a lot. I also need to Google if I take the neck out of the pocket, if I can just put it back, or if I need to do like a 10-step process to make sure that it's shinned and stuff. Because if I can just take the neck off, that would be cool too. But I would need a different screwdriver for sure for that, so I'd have to take a quick pause. And we're also going to put a strap back on this guitar when we're done. I didn't put a strap on the vibracell, which is now behind me, because specifically it has the straps either in a stupid spot or a stupid angle, and every time you put it on and you move the wrong way, the strap falls off. So I gotta buy like a locking strap for that. It'll never survive if I don't. It would also be nice if I could find my capture card. Because yesterday I bought Tomodachi Life. We might take the bridge off here too. So this is actually meh. I think we can do better. These are like twisted up or anything. They're just kind of like there. There is some nice shielding here though. I bet we could do some, oh yeah, that's a piece of paint. We'll just take that. Yeah, it's gonna go in the garbage bag over here. Okay. So this used to be red, maybe? That's kind of cool. I kind of want to write this number down in case something happens. I lose it. 1 second. In case it breaks off while we're doing stuff. Okay. Stream notes. I didn't label this. Stream notes. Okay. Under Strat pickguard. We're gonna take a picture of it too. M O, not 0. O 1 6 5 6 1 6 5 6. Yep. Zero 3 6. Oh, I can hear myself on this phone. That I didn't want that to happen. Okay, so we're gonna mute this. That's not the point of this. I don't want to hear. I just want to see chat on the phone. And I don't think there's any other markings in here that are relevant. I don't like the way this neck pocket is kind of shitty, but I think this, oh my goodness. Ew. Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna have to look at what the fuck we're gonna do with that bridge. I don't like that. That might be okay, but I don't. I think I need to loosen these a bit. I think that's part of the problem that I'm having. Then or maybe it needs to be tightened down. I don't even know. Might have to research that. Okay. But so I'm just here, let me change this. So what I'm looking at here is I'm looking at these pots in this switch, and I'm just kind of trying to look at how I'm going to desolder some of this stuff in the future. Looking at the pickups. Wondering how I'm going to potentially wire this up maybe a bit nicer. I also kind of want to figure out what kind of pots these are. I was hoping to see like, okay, so this one's a 250. I think these two are 250s. I don't know what the other one is. They're audio temper. And I can't tell what the last one is because it's all soldered over. 1, 3, 4, 4. Okay, they're all 250 audio temper pots because they all have the same part number. So we want to replace those. And we have a tone cap here. So again, this is just me trying to figure it out. I could look it up, but I'm trying to figure it out. So the neck pickup goes into the volume pot with the ground. Does everything come here for ground? So everything, all the pickups go to ground here because this is volume. That makes sense. And then all the pots, ground goes to, these two are chained together. and then ground to here, ground to here. So everything grounds out here, which then goes to the ground at the back. This goes into this selector switch, into the selector switch, into the selector switch. So neck pickup? No, bridge. This should be easy to figure out. So yeah, this one is, oh, because it goes backwards. So when the position is down in here, it's pointing up. So bridge pickup. Let's see what's happening. Oh, okay. So that's, I've never really looked under here before. You've kind of got like a half. Okay, these are cool switches. I've never really like looked at like the actual mechanical like how it works. Okay. Like that. Okay, you got this one, and then both, and then this one, and then both, and then this one. Okay. And then this is what kind of a cap? Oh my god, 022 U? That's really small and I can't get any closer to it. It's either a 0 with the top worn off or a U. 22K. 25, maybe, oh, 250 down there or something? Okay. If I had the lighting, I could do it, but it's really the lighting that's the problem. For me to get the lighting, I have to get really far away and look at it from the side. Where's my flashlight? Oh. Yeah, there we go. It's an MSR that is definitely a U. U22K 250H. The printing on this is pretty splotchy though, or whatever they use to do the printing on a cap. Like it looks like an M with 3 dots over it. I don't quite, oh, my eyes are now adjusting to the new light again. Hold on. Whoa. Okay. So let's try to get this back in here now without wrecking anything. Okay. Go. Now, we're not quite done yet. I want to pull this stuff off, or we don't have to pull this off. This can stay on. I remember taking that off last time. Did we? I don't remember if we took these off. We did. Because I remember geez, my throat will not clear. I remember taking the plastic out of those. So that's fine. That's all we need from in there today. So let's keep going. This doesn't feel loose at all anymore, so I'm assuming that we fixed it. Need new. So after I screw this back in here, we're going, actually let's do it now while I'm having the thought. Again, we're taking these notes because I didn't realize last time how long we might go between these streams, and I kind of like, I took some notes last time, like you can, maintenance, it's right there, but like I more talked about what I did and not what was left to do because I thought I'd come back the next day and then I got busy. So and so we've got what's under the pickguard. We have 3 250K pots, 1 cap, One 5-way selector. Selector. And that's all that really matters. Crappy wiring. Chunky solder. Really fat, big blobs of solder. It's smooth, but I don't know if that's good or bad. So like, but I'm gonna call it chunky. It doesn't mean it's bad. I don't know, but it's definitely chunky. Okay. And they're all audio taper as well. Or A taper is what I'm going to say. Because that's what's actually written on the pod. Okay. Also, I do want to replace the tubes in this amp at some point, so maybe we'll get to do that before we end up doing some of the stuff that we can't get to. I don't know if that requires soldering or not. Oh! We need new screws. That was the other thing I was going to write in here. New hardware. New pickguard screws, because I can see rust on the ones I have. So like, let's get new ones. So new. Okay, let's do new hardware. Is what I want. I was thinking it'd be cool that when we do the pickups, maybe we'll get a new pick guard too. It's like, I've had this like turquoise one on here for a long time. But like, what if we did the reverse of the Behringer in there? So we had like a white guitar with a black pick guard and a black guitar with a white pick guard, and kind of did them up the opposite. So like the white guitar with the black pick guard will either be heavy or more traditional single coil. I haven't decided yet. And then the other one will be the opposite. I think that could be cool. But we're a little ways away from that yet. But yeah, when we do that, we will do that when we're putting in the... Oh, wow. I'm getting a whole bunch of Discord messages on my phone right now. Like, apparently, it just barely decided to tell the people in Discord I was live. Even though I've been live now for half an hour. Okay. I need to fix something on my screens up there. There's something that I cannot see. Only one thing though. We're doing way better than last time in terms of like me being able to understand what the hell is going on. Can I pop that out? I don't think so. No. Oh, what's this? Pop out. Is that what I want? It is what I want! Yay! Okay. Throw this right here. Bang. Okay. Cool, cool. Keep going. Yeah, if we were to do the black... Back to what I was saying. If we were to do the black pickguard, I think what I would do as well is I would want to black out the pickups. So I'd want the pickups to look black as well, and I would want black, black, black. I think that would look really cool if we went all black hardware on it. I also kind of want to go heavy with this one maybe, because like this guitar has been set up like a regular Strat for a really long time. And when I say set up, I mean like it's got these Tex pickups in it. Like it sounds Knopflery. It's got that signature Strat sound. It's not like when Paul Gilbert plays a Strat and it sounds like it's gonna blow your face off. I like Steve Vai. Those guys play a Strat. It doesn't sound or feel like a Strat anymore. Or Jeff Beck. They just kind of feel like different instruments entirely. But this one's set up more like those. It's very expressive. Yeah, I kind of want to change that, I think. How are we missing a screw? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we didn't put one in. Okay. Wow. Go me. Luckily, these look like they're the same screws, so... Why was I separating them if I wasn't going to separate them, you might be asking yourself. Good question. Good question. Next. That's my answer. We are going to take this out, just take a peek, because again, I didn't take good notes. I don't know what's going on here. We're going to look in and see if we actually did tighten up this input jack. And if we didn't, then we'll tighten it now. And if we did, then great. Yeah, I still think that would look really cool if we blacked this out. Yeah, we did this. Oh, that's why this input jack sucks. Okay. I get it now. Okay. Gotta write that down. That's the first thing we're gonna fix with our saw. This is not a pen. This is a screwdriver. This is a pen. Okay. What am I doing? The lead from the input jack solder is broken. Input solder. I'm sitting here wondering, I'm like, is there a cheeky way for me to get something really hot and poke it and like just fix it? But I don't know that I want to do that. Because the answer is probably yes. Yeah, I don't have a soldering iron. I was trying to think, a long time ago I did buy one, but there's no way that the soldering iron I bought 16 years ago, that I have no memory of when I last saw it, there's no way I still have it. So there's also a cheap dinky one. That's okay. Now we know that it's not the cables, which it could have also been. It's actually the input jack. So we know now, when we get the soldering iron, we will rip this back open and fix it. I am tempted to... I don't even have... What could I do? No, we gotta do something here. What's a good temporary solder fix when you don't have... Let's see what AI can come up with for us. Hold on. Let me ask Copilot. Let me ask AI. Because I don't really want to... I mean, stringing it up's not that big of a deal. It is only the input jack. I can still get at the input jack when the strings are on it, so maybe we will just continue. But is there a soldering hack? Okay, I don't have a soldering iron. I have a Stratocaster with an input jack that needs a quick jolt, we'll say, with a soldering iron. there is enough solder there to work. I just need to make the connection. Is there a temporary other solution to keep this touching? Let's see what it says. Come on, AI. Short answer, yes, you can temporarily make it work, but only with mechanical pressure, not heat or adhesives. Bend the jack's contact tip inward slightly. The issue is the hot wire lifting off the lug. Sometimes the jack itself is the problem. Well, I don't think that's the case, no. The problem is that the wire jiggles. Gently bend it inward with needle nose pliers. This alone restores contact without touching the joint. Use a small wedge to hold the wire against the lug if the solder joint is cracked but the wire is still close. It's still technically soldered, but it moves. Add strain relief so the lug stops flexing. A tiny bit of cardboard? What? Inflating the joint here. Okay, so I don't believe anything that this is telling me. Okay, so what's happening? The wire itself wiggling at the lug on the jack. The wire is fed through the lug. A bit of solder keeps it from unthreading, but it moves freely. I don't think there's a way around this. I think the answer is you just need a soldering iron. Push the wire through the lug fully. Don't twist it, just slide it. Use the leverage to make the joint less wobbly. Fold a bit of paper. What the? That's such a crappy solution. Okay, I got chat back. What a shitty solution, AI. I kind of really want to try touching it with like a really hot something or other. I could heat up this screwdriver and try touching it, but then I'd probably wreck my screwdriver. There's got to be something I can do there. Like, it is touching, I just need it to stop moving. Like, what I'd really like to do is just, like, put a piece of tape right here like this to keep the... This seems like a bad idea, but... Can I just hold it together with this for, like, a few days? Because I'm, like, buying a soldering iron in the next few days. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But I'd like to be able to still play this guitar. Like, I know that big of a piece is way too big, but like, can I just use this and say, Can we just do this? To kind of hold it in place. I mean, just to kind of like force it to never really move around a bit. I think that'll do until I get the soldering iron at least. It's less movement. But yeah, ChatGPT was like, you should get a piece of cardboard and try to like wedge it in such a way. How about no? To be honest, what I was kind of hoping it would say is like, why don't you just put a piece of hot glue over it so that it globes and globs in a way that the metal still touches? And then I was going to be like, oh, great idea. But that was my idea, not ChatGPT's, so I knew it wasn't going to come up with that idea. It never comes up with the ideas that I come up with. I usually have to argue with it like 20 times. And ask it why it's lying to me over and over again. And it never has a good answer. So, next, we are going to come on over here. We're gonna figure out how to do some of this. I need to, how to advice, setup hub? The setup flow. Where do I do the bridge? Truss rod, action of strings, radius of the strings, nut height, intonation. Hold on, guys. Work table, next support, new strings, tuner, capo, feeler gauges, little thing, blah, pliers, painter's tape, steel wool screw, okay? Remove the strings, clean the guitar. We've already done this. This is not how my Strat is. So we can start by doing that, I guess. Let's take these out. Okay. We are going to do the intonation, so we can definitely take these out. I am going to try to keep track of which one was in which position, because I don't know that we might be able to do the heights. We'll see. If I can find all my Allen keys, we can try to do the heights. Okay, so this is my IE. Oh, we want to, here, hold on. We're going to start with this. Come on. I'm gonna have to go get some water here in a second. And I am gonna wait for a little bit here because the reason we're trying to find other things to do is later on I'm gonna be getting some steel wool, which means I'm gonna be able to polish the frets on this. So I don't want to put the new strings on until I can do that. So let's continue with, oh, is that like, this is why we need new hardware. That's rust. Rust on this hardware. Gross. These are all so very, very high. I really don't like how high these... Oh shoot, I'm tightening that one. I really don't like how high these bridge saddles are. I believe this is incorrect. From what I've read so far, I believe this to be incorrect. So, yeah, we will see. Yeah, we're gonna mask up this neck here as well, so that when we get the quadruple zero steel wool, we can just go straight into fret polishing, and then those frets will look beautiful. Ideally, you will be able to get this I wonder if there is like a cheap $10 soldering iron. I doubt they come that cheap, but if there was one that cheap, I would grab one real quick just to fix up some of this crap. But I'm probably getting ahead of myself. We are going to clean this bridge while we're here. I hope we get to take it off, but we will see. I'd love to block this trim, but I don't have anything to block it with. So I don't think we're going to be doing that either. But we can look. We're definitely... The music store is open. So we could browse around online and see what they've got. Maybe we could get something today. Okay. But boy, would it be nice to have a playable Strat by the end of today. I miss this guitar. Don't get me wrong, I like the Vibracell, it's cool and all. This guitar is the one I have hours and hours and hours and hours and hours into. This is one of my most played instruments. One of the least loved and cared for as well. Because when you're a kid, you just play. You just make the thing make noise. And if nobody in your life explains to you how to or when to take care of this stuff, you just don't. Okay. Last one. But yeah, I think the ultimate cool would be like, if we finish this, and then we're able to jam on it at the end, that would be pretty cool. Because I've got a mic I can plug in. We can just grab it right off my little Behringer amp, even though it kind of sounds like garbage. It's fine. I would like a little 5-watt or 1-watt tube amp though. Nothing against modern solid state, like I know they're really, really good, but I want a really small amp and I want that nice warm tube sound. Stuck in my ways, I guess. Okay, so we are gonna take, you know what, let's just what we're gonna do, so some of this stuff out of the way. Or maybe I should... Hold on, we're going to readjust here. I need more... Everything is so close to being like done well in a way that I like it, but it's also just not. So, hold on. I want this stuff here, and I want the guitar like a bit further away. I want the guitar closer to the camera. Moving the whole bench, huh? What if I go like this? There we go. There. Now this gives me the room on this side. Oh! I'll just throw the screwdriver away. This gives me the room on this side now to like put stuff like these. I can now put this stuff kind of out of the way because it's not, but also near me. Like this can go over here and it's low E to high E. So high E over here, low E over here. And if we forget, we can scroll back through the video and find out. Our tones and volumes come over here. And these, I'm just going to put right in here. I'm sure I won't regret this. I think I've already regretted it. Okay, that's why we have tape. I'm really bad for forgetting which screws go with which things, so I just try to make that not really possible by just making sure that the thing stays with the thing. You'll see what that means here in a sec. We're going to put the... See, look, they're already falling everywhere. Take these, and we're just going to go like this. Going to tape it right to the thing that it goes with. It's a great strategy for never forgetting. You don't have to remember, so how can you forget? So, take all 6 of them, you just go like this. There we go. Now these are together forever, and I don't have to worry about ever remembering. Done. Little package of screws that go with that. Now, we can move on. So, we are going to wash this, so I need to go get some soapy water. I will be right back, which I think is this. That is the BRB. Okay. You guys enjoy this. I will be right back. Good news! We found the iFixit screwdriver kit and Allen keys while we went to go get water to wash this with. It's great news, everybody! Rejoice! Do something! Still trying to track down my capture card, but if I ever do, we might play some Tomodachi Life, which I now have. Let's move these. So I'm going to start with these. These are also rusted as shit. So all I've got, this one's dry, so we'll put it over here. This is a piece of tape. Put there in case we need later. So all I'm doing is it's just Dawn and dish soap and water, and I'm just washing off these little guys, and then we're going to dry them off, which will take time. But the reason I'm drying them off is because they are already rusted, and I don't want more oxidation, and because there's like tons of different reasons. We need to kill some time as well, because I won't have my steel wool until later. So why does that matter? We can't put the strings on it till I have the steel wool. Yeah, this is the drying cloth. That's why I can't find the wet corner. There we go. Yeah, this is... I said this last stream, but this is probably the first time ever this guitar will see this kind of love. Ever since I've had it. For the most part, I just kind of played it all the time, no matter what. I changed the strings on it myself, so it didn't see much love from guitar techs. It was just me. Now, I'm gonna Google, like, should I be, like, putting some kind of lubricant, like, which, is it this, it's like right... So, the string sits between, you see those two, it's not focusing well, like right where the screwdriver is, there's a thing here and a thing on this side, and then there's a little spot right in the middle, like when I go like this. That's where the string is going to set, right where the screwdriver tip is. It's shiny and it's not playing well, but like, see how the screwdriver, where it's kind of sitting? Do you put any lubricant right there to make the string glide over it when you're tuning? I don't know the answer to that. But if the answer is yes, actually that's something I should Google. before my wife is already going out anyway, and she can grab this with the steel wool, perhaps. What is going on here? There it is. Taking off the bridge saddles. I gotta remember the microphone's way over there, so I do have to project a little bit. Taking off the bridge saddles. When they go back on, should I lubricate where the string contacts the saddle? If so, with what? Okay. Yes, but only in specific cases and only with the right lubricant. Because you're working on a Stratocaster with standard metal saddles, the rule of thumb is only lubricate if the string is dragging, which means at the nut, the string trees, and sometimes bridge saddles, if they have sharp edges, corrosion, or a trim system that sees a lot of movement. If your saddles are smooth, not binding, you don't need any lube at all. I can use dielectric grease, which I have more than I'll ever need. So it says kind of to not to unless it's binding on something. So I'm going to take that advice. I don't think, like, let me check this one. This is my low E. Like this one. I need my camera. I need to zoom in on that. Like, we're talking, this isn't a glasses thing. This is like, I'm looking at little tiny, tiny, tiny notches in the metal here and trying to determine if I see a tiny speck of corrosion, less than a millimeter. So I really need a magnifying glass. But this will do because this is a decent camera. So, just zoom in. This in higher definition. Jeez. Macro focus. Oh, that's so much better. Oh my god. Okay, so. Oh, that's way too much zoom. Stop. This is like ultra mega super zoom of doom. Where is it? No. Why does it jump to 30 like that? Anything over 5x zoom is just bullshit. Okay, so we'll move the camera closer. See, it looks rough. That looks like wear. That looks like significant wear. Wow. I don't even know how to, like, describe. Okay. Can I get this up closer? Hold on. So I do not think I will be able to show this. But, let me try. So, in between those two posts, I can see where the string was sitting, and I can see where the string was wearing down the saddle. To the point where, so what I was seeing that I couldn't tell until I got really close in there was on the wound strings, so like on your low E, low A, not low A, your only A, your low E, A, and D, it's wound, right? So like there's the, you can see the wraps up the string, right? If you look closely at it. Like when I get this up close to the camera, you can probably see them here on the camera, if it'll focus. You can see the individual strands of the bigger wire in person. Come on. You can not really see it on camera, but you can definitely see it in person. What you can see on the saddle is where that dug into the metal. So maybe we will put some dielectric grease on that. Also, I have no idea what kind of angle this is supposed to like come off the bridge at. But it's really scary that some of these are super high and some of them are super low. Like, there's no way this matches the neck contour at all. Oh, we're still on BRB. Well, that's silly, because we're not BRB. We're right here. We're here, we're working. I gotta put this website that we're not looking at away, because it's right in front of my preview. So yeah, we are going to keep washing the bridge saddles here. But that's wild! I guess that's one way to tell which one was the low E and which one was the high E. Like, all three of these have, like, deep markings. So, like, that... This bridge is, like... fuck. Okay? There's... I don't have another word. It's fucked. There's... Wow. I don't think it's supposed to be like that, guys. What on earth was going on? Maybe that's how I tried to raise... I don't even know. I don't know if I did that or not. I don't even know if I did that. That might not have been me. It may have came that way. It may have come back from a tech that way. I may have done it. No clue. If it was a tech, I want to know why. Why did you do this? Even if it was me, why did I do this? Whoever did it. Why did you make everything as high as it could go on some of these and not on others? Because it looks like what you did, like, the strings destroyed the ends of these saddles for some of them. I don't know. Maybe that's by design, but like, it looked destroyed. Like, it's just so rough. I can't imagine that. I don't know. I'm torn. I'm really torn. I can't tell if that is like half done by Fender and half wear and tear, or if that's all wear and tear. It's really hard to tell. That's where I would need a magnifying glass. I can maybe get one of those. Okay. I bet. I wonder if I can just order that stuff so she doesn't even have to get it. Like, can I just order it for pickup? Let me see. Steel wool. Quadruple 0. Add to cart. Okay. What else was I gonna get? I've already forgotten. Dang. Contact cleaner? That's something else they might have. Contact cleaner. Electrical contact cleaner. Add it. What else do we need at the hardware store? I don't need feeler gauges anymore. I've already got those. Delete. Okay. Contact cleaner. That. I've got dielectric grease already. Ready for pickup by 2 p.m. What? Why would it take 4 hours to be ready for pickup? What else do I need from Canadian Tire? Oh, I also need to check Long and McQuaid. You know, let me bring up this one for a sec here. I don't have a ton of time to figure this out, so I need to do it now. Change my store. Summerside. Fender Bridge. I'm guessing they're not going to have this stuff in stock. They do. I don't think they have what I want though. Oh wait, this isn't in stock in my store. Never mind. Hold on. Filter. In stock. Gap my store. I can get new bridge saddles. $50. But I definitely now know that those are worn for me because I can see in this picture. So I think we're going to live with it for now because I'm not going to buy nickel ones to replace them with black ones later. I wish I remembered what specifically I was going to look for here though. Because I don't really need the contact cleaner. I think we're good there. Yeah, I only need the steel wool, I think. Okay. Done that. Let's go back and keep going here. Yeah, I lost my train of thought. I picked that up to look for something specific, and then I completely lost what I was going to look for. Maybe it was just the contact cleaner, because I knew they would have it. I don't know. But I thought I had a really good thought there, and then I lost it, so... Oh, it was going to be a cheap soldering iron, maybe, but I don't think I care about that anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where is the last one? There it is. So, next we can put this back on, and then we're going to have to look up, like, what height should this be set to? I feel like you don't want the action this high at the bottom, and then you should set the neck relief to handle that? But, like, we also might be filing down the nut some too, so like, we're going to screw around with this, and if we fuck it up, then oops. The worst case, I'll have to take it to a professional. Like, that's the worst case, right? Which will cost the same amount because it was so out of whack. Like, I was gonna need someone to look at it anyway, so I may as well try to do it myself. Oh shoot, that was way more water than I wanted to be on that, but whatever. Just soapy water, it'll be fine. Dry it off here. It'll be fine, it'll be fine. Gross. Just Dawn dish soap. It won't wreck anything. Okay. This is like definitely can't wait to replace. Okay. So back at it. This can come down here so we don't spill it on our electronics. Okay. So now, I need to know the height of these, like, what should these saddles look like when we put them back on? Okay. Note the saddles and their corresponding strings. My Strat uses shorter screws on 1 and 6. Why, though? Adjust saddle height. Next, we're going to rotate the height adjustment on our saddles before we set bridge tension. Okay, so hold on. Now we put the bridge part. Okay, I need to. So, first I'll remove the tremolo arm and lay a piece of tape directly behind the bridge. I do this so that my screwdriver won't scratch the back of the guitar if I slip. Okay. My saddle pieces have some dirt and grime. I've not cleaned rust. Okay, so this is already telling me that, like, I do need new stuff. So we should get some WD-40 and, like, lube up those screws. For cleaning, I use hot water and a bit of dish soap. That's what we did. Yep, we dried them nicely. Clean the fretboard with steel wool. Yep. Make sure to clean your headstock. We did that. Yep. We tightened those last time. Pull apart. Use soapy water. We did that. Use toothpicks. I'm good there. Now put the bridge back together using your photo for reference. We'll adjust them later. This is not going to get us in the intonation ballpark, so we're not, like, I don't care about that. Restringing, stretch time tuning. Now that the guitar is clean, it's time to put on a fresh set of strings, retune it. Then stretch the strings. If you haven't stretched strings before, it's a really important step on any guitar, especially on a guitar with a floating bridge. The small adjustments in tuning can change the tension a lot. Yes, that's why I want to try to get out of the floatingness. What do we have? We have 9s. This guy's recommending 11s. Okay. Adjusting saddle heights. Next we're going to get... Okay, so what do we do with the neck here then? Choosing the right. Means less tension on the bridge, which means I'll have to adjust the bridge tension springs in order to get the way I like it. We're going to straighten the neck and then slowly add relief back into it. Don't worry about getting it perfect. We just need to remove the relief. For more information about... Okay, so to adjust the truss rod, first measure the neck relief. Okay. But like... Is he saying that he removed all the relief in one go? And did he do this before or after restringing? Hold on. I don't like this. Never all at once. Yeah, always an eighth at a time with a pause between moves so the neck can settle. Yeah, straighten the neck. When a guide says straighten the neck, they're talking about the goal, not the motion. The motion is always done in small controlled increments. A truss rod is a steel bar under tension. If you crank it aggressively, you can overshoot the target. You can compress the wood fibers and even damage the rod or nut. Even though the instruction sounds like remove the relief, the method is always incremental. Just adjust an eighth of a turn, maximum a quarter of a turn if the neck is really bowed. Wait a minute. Sometimes it takes the neck a few minutes to fully settle. Repeat if needed. Why the article sounds like do it all at once? Because it's describing a sequence of setup. Straighten the neck, add relief back in, then set the action, then set the intonation. This is actually... The actual truss rod turning is done in small increments. Since you're already using capo first, fret 12 method, you've already begun dialing in relief correctly. Keep doing an eighth of a turn. Okay, so... Good. Okay. So hold on. Okay. So first we got to put it back together, which I don't want to string it up until we get... I don't want to do that yet. Can I do that with the strings off? Because that's something we can do now. Can I do that? Can I straighten the neck with the strings off? Yes, you can adjust the truss rod with the strings off, but it's not ideal and it can change how you judge straight. What changes when the strings are off? The strings exert tension on the neck, usually around 100 to 180 pounds, depending on the gauge and scale and length. When you remove that tension, the neck naturally relaxes backwards. The truss rod suddenly becomes a dominant force. The neck's natural position is different when strung up. Okay. Okay then. So then... Just trying to think of where we go from here then, because there's got to be something we can do while we wait. I don't want to put this back plate back on until we're done. I guess we can... Here, can I just... Will this mouse reach? Maybe we're going to go get a wireless keyboard and mouse here in a minute. This'll reach, so this is fine. Just move this over. So... Getting there, yeah. Okay, so There are multiple, so let's just keep reading while we're waiting here. Let's learn what we're gonna do. Hold on, I can make a scene for this. We've got a couple minutes. Studio mode. We've got audio, we've got overlay. We don't want that. Overlay needs to be on top of everything. We need to add the music scene. This is the high quality that you pay for, right? You guys all paid for this high quality stream, right? Window capture. There we go. Go. I think that's all we need. Down to the bottom. Yep. Cool. Oh no! It'll work like that though. Okay. I think this scene works, right? I think so. Okay, so we're gonna go with it anyway. We're not gonna screw around too much with it. So we can't do this till the strings are back on. So we're just gonna forget about that for now. To address the truss rod, first measure the neck relief. The neck relief is measured. So hold on, I might need my keyboard too, and I'm certain that won't reach, right? Right? It'll totally reach, okay. We're back in business. Okay. This is fine. Fine. Not what I wanted to do. No. Cool. So, now I'm going to add a new window capture. Okay. So let's take some notes on what we need to do here. And we might need to make this a bit bigger actually. Hold on. Can also chop some of this off. And say right. There. Perfect. So, what are we going to do? We need to straighten the neck. Adjust the truss rod. So, straighten neck. To adjust the truss rod, first measure the neck relief. To adjust. Straighten the neck first. Then measure relief. So, capo 1. Hold 12. We can turn off the CRLF stuff. That right now. Hold on, we're going... Finding the halfway point between the capoed fret and the fret you're holding. Measure the distance with feeler gauges between the top and the bottom of the fret. In the bottom of this. Okay. So yeah, there are multiple ways to measure this, but the exact method I like best on my Strat, the distance between the first and 20th fret is exactly 16 inches. I'll put a capo on the first fret and then hold the 21st fret on the right side of the 20th fret. What? Why that far? And measure the neck relief at the 8th fret, which is exactly half between the 1st and 20th. It's common practice to put a capo on the 1st fret where the fret meets the neck body. And then we adjust the saddle height. Then we set the bridge tension. Too low, too high, just right. Okay. This is what we want. Okay, this is the guide we want. I'm gonna bookmark this. Set up a Stratocaster. Okay. So okay. So, can I just put it back together then? No, because I want to polish the frets. But other than polishing the frets, I think we would have been good to just go, right? Just feeling these frets to see if I can feel any, like, terrible... I can, like, feel where the strings have dug into them. Which is what the steel wool is going to fix. I guess we can start masking the neck. Because we're going to have to mask the neck entirely. put this up here. I apologize. I'm having trouble getting my OBS set up again. I moved something and I should not have. Don't need you here. There we go. Okay. Cool. I figured it out. We're good. So, yeah. Let's continue here. So what we were going to mask the fretboard. Might round these corners a bit too. Although I don't like that. So, will not refret yet. Let's start masking. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually get this stuff running under the guitar instead of over it. And maybe even keep this here. So we're going to use this weird thing. So, it's going to go whoop. There we go. Okay. Because it is very useful to have this over here. Because now I can do this. Yeah. So. So much. Have a ton of notifications. It's fun. So. Masking. So, first thing we're masking, pickups. The steel wool is probably going to get everywhere. So, we are going to mask up every little hole that this stuff could get into, but we don't wreck things. Again, I don't know if this is 100% necessary, but why not? We know that the steel wool is going to want to get into everything, so let's just not let it happen before we get there. Because it's just going to cause electrical interference if it gets on or into any of this. And as you know, pickups are magnets. Or if you didn't know, now you do. Pickups are magnets. I don't want that. But this is not the only thing we're masking either. Go. Yeah, I do not want those little pieces of metal into any of this. So, it might look silly, but we're just going to overdo it and just make sure that it can't weasel its way in to any of this, because we already know that it's not shielded well. Yeah, we're just more or less tenting it so that nothing can get in. I don't need to like care a lot, because we're not taking the neck off. That sounds silly. I should double check that the screws are in a decent tension though before we put everything back on, but this is now just, it's over. I'm also going to put it like around the pickguard seal too. Like, I really just don't want it getting in anywhere. Again, I don't know if I have to do any of this. I'm just assuming that I do. So we're just masking off the entirety, because I don't want any of those little slivers to end up like in the side of this 3-ply pickguard or like somehow stuck. And I also just don't want me like cleaning off the pick guard with like a cloth or something to rub the steel wool into it and scratch it. So we're just kind of trying to cover all of it. I just don't want to deal with it. I don't want to know if it's going to happen or not. I just don't want to deal with it. That seems fair to me. And like I said, we've got plenty of time to kill. So. There we go. Nice and close there. Half of me wants to like do this for fun someday and then just see what it sounds like with the masking tape over the pickups, but But yeah, I honestly have no idea how big of a mess we're about to get into. I have a feeling I'm really going to regret doing this in the room with my computer right beside it, but we'll see. We'll find out. Okay. Because everything I've read says to mask your pickups and all this off. Probably not as much as I've done, but I've made enough mistakes to know that once I get started, I'm not going to want to do this later. So I'm going to keep going no matter what. So let's get everything we can masked up as nice as we can. Go. And again, we're just trying to mask, right now, we're trying to mask the fretboard because we don't want the steel wool to touch the fretboard. Only the frets. Otherwise, it will scratch the shit out of the fretboard. Okay, so I expect this to actually take a while. What view do we got? Okay, you know what we don't need? We don't need me in there right now. We can get rid of this down here. Yeah. Okay, there we go. And let's get as close to the fret as we can. Oh, yep. Yo, this is really gonna suck. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, this does suck. Okay. Because now we're going to have to kind of go like this. Yep. Okay. I understand now. Oh boy. You guys ready for a long masking session? Now we're going to go this way and we're going to get super close up to this fret. Go. Rip this way now. We need to rip somewhere that is not going. Oh my god. Blah. Blah. And we've already gone the opposite way, so that is actually fine to rip. But oh no, do I have, hold on, do I have an X-Acto knife? I feel like I do. Was 3D printing stuff in here. Where it went though, how am I going to do this? Can I do it? Will this cut the tape a bit for me? If I go like this, maybe. 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 Did I wreck it? Yep. That's going to be hard. Okay. We're learning. We just suck at it. Okay. So that side is fine. So if I go like this, now what? Like, how do I... Like, can I take this way? And go like this? Like, is that just how I'm supposed to do it? And then that cuts like that? That could work. Maybe? And then I got a relatively straight edge to do this way with? That could work. Maybe? But then what? Like, no, because that's now not straight. I don't like this. It feels like it wastes a lot of masking tape, but maybe that's why it's so cheap. Yes. I need completely straight edges for this. There. Then where did I put that? This? See, was that enough of a score to just kind of... Maybe. Really? Oh, dang it. How am I going to do this? How are you supposed to mask these frets? Like, I had a way to just... It's... I'm just missing one piece, I'm sure. Like, how do I cut them small enough? Let's just... Maybe we just have to go in one direction. Like... I can't imagine though. Like, that looks fine to me, but then how do I do it the other way to like seal off this part of the fret? Like, that's the part that I'm not getting. Am I supposed to just like use a razor or something? Like, because like part of me feels like I should be masking up to the fret and then masking like the wood part separately. You know what I mean? Like, I should get as close up to the fret as I can and then come back and fill in the spot later. Is kind of what I'm trying to do, but It's not really working. So I'm not, ow. I'm not really sure what to do here. Because what I want to do doesn't seem to work. See, now, maybe we should just start with the bigger frets first and learn. Like maybe I'm just doing the hardest part first. So let's start way down here where it's going to be easier, because like this one, we can start right here. Could come down, right? So yeah, maybe we're just doing the hard part first. Now, I'm sure I remember reading that this stuff is just really shitty to get dust out of. Like the little pieces of crappy steel wool, is that it can get into the gears and stuff. Like it is really fine. So we're going to mask all this off as well. Again, we're just tenting it so that nothing can get into it. That's all. That's all we're doing. Same with the truss rod hole. We're just gonna cover it up. Just masking everything out. The underside of these tuning heads as well. That'll do. That'll do. Again, we're just trying to... You don't need to be in there super detailed, just cover it up. Now, because these frets are bigger, this should be easier. Oh. Like maybe this is the play. Maybe you gotta wrap it around the neck first and then go in and say, this is where I don't want. Like, now that the whole thing is kind of wrapped around the neck, I can kind of come through and remove some. I don't know. Oh, what was that? Oh, that's just, okay, that's just the fret tool. I think this is probably the play, is putting it on all the way and then ripping off just back a little bit, so like overshooting it. Close. And again, I'm going super slow because I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm gonna learn. Now we're going to try to get up on that fret really nicely. And I don't need a ton of tape this time, so I can just fret and go around, and then I can kind of just immediately come back and rip most of that off, because all I needed to do is approach that fret. So yeah, the top ones are much easier, so let's get some of those done then. I'm sure that when I do a bunch of these, I'm going to learn a bunch of tricks to do this way faster next time. I'm sure of it. But for now, this will do. Go. Sure that my stuff's on, in case I get a call or something. There we go. Nice, I even got a salvageable piece of tape that time. If I can... That will also make this go a lot easier if I can do more of that. Because that wastes a lot less tape. Oh, we're getting better. Good thing I checked Discord. I did have a message. Specifically from my wife. So that's good. Because I answered. Is okay. So, I'm gonna do the sides and the back with a separate piece anyway, so that's great. Okay. We are getting there. Is that long enough? Just barely. Okay. Okay. We are getting better. We've learned some tricks. This should be enough here. Good. This is going to look so nice when we're done. I underestimated how long this was going to take. I thought this was going to be a lot quicker. That is okay. It started nice and early. I like this music. What is it? Xenogears. Okay. We are definitely going to have to remember to move the keyboard and mouse. I might even move the table away. I don't know yet. It kind of depends on how much this starts shedding. We're definitely moving the keyboard and mouse away when we get going, but I don't know how much other stuff we're going to have to do. We've gotten better at, oh, I say that as I make a mistake. So we've gotten better at ripping further away from the fret. But like, we'll clean that up here in a sec. We'll reuse this piece right here. We've gotten a bit better at ripping it so that I can use the same piece twice. But there are still a couple of times here. Side. Yeah, once you have the tape around the side, really, you're good. Once it's around, you're good. Why did I come down and do this fret? Why didn't? Oh yeah, because I need to cut that. Right. This will work. Okay. Now we can go up the other way for both. Okay. This is gonna look. This better be worth it. That's all I can say. Better be worth it. Better make my frets look perfect and feel perfect. Please be worth my effort. I feel like I'm putting in a lot here. This one here, I actually have to be a little bit more careful about how I rip. Just because the other one didn't go down very far, and I want to make sure that I still have the whole fret covered. Which I could do a patch if I need to, but rip it a bit more carefully and we're good. I don't have to worry about it. And when I'm done with this too, I know we did use that fretboard conditioner before. We're going to use it again today, just because this is a finished neck, so it should not soak into it. So it should only be a cleaner. It's not a conditioner so much here, because you are not supposed to use it frequently on unfinished necks. But I think as a cleaner, I think I'm good to use it here, just to make sure that we get any gunk that this put on it off of it. We can also wash it with like soapy water first too, to really get off any of that oil. And then we'll go in and we'll just re-oil it. We'll get it redone again. I think that's our best bet. Because, oh, is this a good way to do this or a bad way? I don't like this, I don't think. Why did I do that? I have not done that before. Why did I do that there? Oh, that was not good. I don't like that at all. Why did I take the whole roll? I don't know why I did that. Wasn't paying attention, I guess. Oh, shit. No. There we go. We're fixed. We're good. We're good. I have to do this in a couple of rips instead of one. Okay, we messed up that piece of tape because we were stupid. But we can fix it. feel like I know this song, but I don't feel like I know it from Wind Waker, so that's cool. This is deviated a bit from let's set up a strat, but now it's let's polish the frets and make it sing. Except we're gonna do more than just polish the frets. I wonder, I have a fret file. Can we see if there's any high ones? Is that a thing we can do too? Because like we could like really get this bird going if that's the case, right? Let's save that. That's a nice long piece. That's the key. I think you just have to be not as scared to unmask, because you can always, oh, no, that'll work, I think, kind of, not what I wanted, but it'll work. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, that's masked. We're doing a good job, guys. We're doing great. I think. Yeah, so when we're done this, we can look up like how to find high frets and how to deal with them. And if we have any, maybe we can fix them. But who knows, maybe that has to... This is where I kind of get annoyed, because it's like, I don't know, the order of operations. It seems like most of the time it's the same, and then sometimes it's not. Like I haven't figured out when to do A or B in what order. So like, I'm masking these up to polish them, but like, can I check the fret levels? Like, can I use this thing over here, that fret rocker? Can I use that like before I set the action, or does that change anything? Maybe not. Maybe I got to get the next straight first, which I need to have the guitar strung up for. So if I can do it, I will. Well, this is going to be a good piece that we can reuse. So yeah, we're going to have to look into that here in a sec. Not what I wanted. Yeah, as the frets get smaller, this does get harder. Significantly. This area here is where it's kind of like I don't feel like I have as much room as I want. But I have enough. Like, there's more than I need, but it's not as much as I want. Also, like, there are pieces of this finish coming off with this masking tape, and it's just generic, regular old masking tape. So that doesn't... I don't like that. I don't know what we're going to do about that. Like, there's the color of that is coming off. But maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's just dirt and grime. Who knows? Okay. I think we've almost got this done. And the steel wool should be here very soon. So, looks like we got it just in time, assuming that we don't need to, or that we can't do the fret height stuff. But if we can, we're going to want to do that before we polish them. Or maybe not, maybe we do want to polish them first. That's why we're going to have to look it up. Like maybe polishing them will bring them all down just a tiny bit. And then we'll be okay. Or we can focus on one just a tiny bit more. But, yeah. So, save that piece. Peel back a bit right here. Go. Oh, it hurts to be bent over like this. I'm taking Krista, picking up the other girls, picking up your still. I'm taking Krista, then picking up the other girls. Okay. Hold on, I just gotta. Oh, I'll type something to my wife. Tell her thank you. Okay, we're going to take a little break here. We're going to slow down. I think I misjudged by an hour when the steel wool's going to be here. So we're going to... Oh, crap, that's not long enough. I thought we were going to be late, but I think we're going to be early. We have a piece right here. Yeah. But if you like this kind of stuff, let us know in the comments. If you like the programming stuff, let us know in the comments. If you want to see like recording or transcription stuff, or like, I don't want to say like a music lesson, but like if you want to see some stuff like that, let me know. I can do any of that. I do all of it already. It's just a matter of when do I press live and when don't I. That's kind of what I'm trying to evolve my streams into, is these are things that I'm doing anyway. And then you guys kind of decide what you want to see. So like, do you guys want to see guitar repair, setup, and building? Yay or nay? Do you guys want to see recording, transcribing? Yay or nay? Do you guys want to see me practicing? Do you guys want an interactive practice session? Like, whatever we want, we can kind of do. But the idea is that these are things I'm already doing anyway. Yeah, already doing anyway. And anybody's free to hop in and watch or do it with us or whatever. Kind of hanging out in the workshop, you know, see what's going on today. Later, I will have to take a break even if I'm not done, because I gotta cook something for supper later. But maybe, who knows, maybe I'll bring you guys upstairs and show you what we're cooking, who knows. We'll see. I do have the technology and the capability of, you know, moving like that and still streaming from the same computer that I'm using right now. So that is handy. Okay, we've almost got this fully masked up. Once we're done here, we're going to do the sides and back. Please make a big difference in looks or feel when I'm done. If you could, frets. Appreciate this, frets, please. I don't want this to be a waste of time and effort. Such a boring process. But I feel like we're pretty good at it now. I feel like we found out how. And I feel like the key was definitely tied to, like, you know, rolling it around the neck first. Let's see if we can... Go! Let's see. We're almost done, guys. Only like 3 more frets. I can't wait to get the... the bridge kit. So I need to get... I have to decide if I want to do like a new bridge entirely, but I think I'm at least gonna glue down the one that's there myself. I'm not gonna bring that in. All I need is clamps and glue. I just haven't gotten around to getting it yet. That's the trouble, is like there's a bunch of stuff I can do. It's just all of it requires... Oh shoot, that's too diagonal. All of it requires tools I don't have right now. So I have to like be picky and choosy about what I do and when I do, because I need to make sure that I can at least finish something. Because if I can't finish anything, then I just don't have a guitar. Which sucks. Like I said, I like my vibracell, but I don't have many hours on that guitar, so it's not that I don't like it, but it's not as familiar in terms of like where my hand fits and how my hand turns, and yeah, it's hard to explain. Let's just say I'm way more comfortable with this Strat than I am the vibracell, and I want to be able to play it again, so I would really like to be able to finish one of the guitars that I can, you know, full-time play. Whether that's the acoustic or the electric, I don't really care, but I'd like to have one that I can just run with again. But like, it's my own fault. So like, I understand that. I got here through not taking care of them, and now they need a lot of work, but I haven't played them in so long that even if I, you know, was generally taking care of them anyway, they would still need work. So they're not ruined because I didn't take care of them. They're just not ready to be played because they haven't been played in a decade, right? So there's... Now we're getting into frets that are so small that I don't like dealing with them. Please. No, stop. Stop. There's too much tape. Okay. Just like this, please. There we go. Tool. This time I actually do need it. Okay, there we go. That did work. I was able to push that little piece down. Okay. Let's continue. 2 1/4 frets left, guys. 2 1/4 frets left. Uh-oh, I pushed a button on my keyboard. Why did I go down to this fret next? I don't know. I just did. Better piece than that. We're getting into like a world now where, you know what, that'll be fine. Maybe? No, that's also too small. Where my mistake, like, it takes more tape to do less fret because the mistakes matter so much more now. Oh, that's so bad. You can get closer. Come on. There we go. That's better. That's better. Go. Now we go back this way. Okay. Ugh, this sucks. Because you need to keep like the rest of the tape down. Okay. All that in. Yep. Okay, 2 more pieces. So I guess one more. If we don't screw it up, 1 more piece. Then we're gonna rip in half and use twice. Take a nice long piece so that we don't have to worry about screwing that up. And right there, perfect. This way. Yeah. There we go. Perfect. Okay. We got that last one. Just like we wanted. We've got the last piece of tape we need right here. Perfect. Unless I just screwed that up by bending that. We'll see. No, we're still good. Okay. Perfect. Here. There. Ooh. Go. I think we got it. And then we can throw out all this extra tape here in a minute. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is where using a lot of extra tape might come back to bite me. Because now everything is sticking to everything. Okay. Let's try from this side. Okay. Okay, that'll work. That'll work. That works. Okay. Perfect. And just this. Perfect. Okay. Now we've got the front of the fretboard masked. Now, to do the side. So like this, and then we won't count as this. We're going to cut this right here, like that. Okay, that works. Just masking, it doesn't have to be pretty, it just has to cover. And all we're trying to cover is right up to the edge of the fret so we don't screw up our the finish on our neck. So it does not have to be perfect, it just has to mask. Because again, this is super fine steel wool. So pull this down here. Please, rip. No? You're just going to bend? Okay. That works. Sure. I hate the way the neck feels with all this tape on it, but sure. Okay. Like down here, I think, yeah. So, this is looking pretty good, guys. I'm pretty happy with this, how it's masked, at least from this side. You watch, I'm going to take this all off, and somehow it's still going to be ruined. Right? Is that what we're going to see next? So now we can flip this over, and we can start masking up this side. Uh-oh, hold on. Okay. We just want to make sure that everything is covered so that these little pieces of steel wool can't possibly screw us over. So that's all we're trying to do, is make sure that little bits of steel wool don't work their way back here or anything else. And again, is this overkill? Probably. Do we have the steel wool yet? No. So, why not? We'll take our time, we'll get her all masked up, and then, should something happen, we're good. Everything will be good. I don't want steel wool getting in there either, right? Oh shoot, I don't want to pull that out that far. I already did the front, so I just... yeah, just right there. Just like that. I'll have to get that side of the neck here too in a minute, but it's not what I wanted to mask. So, just to get that back of that slot right here that had some room for the dust or like little shavings to get in. Go. Okay. Almost fully masked. And again, why are we doing this? We have a ton of time to waste, and we had to mask an unknown amount of it anyway. So some places said that the tuning heads could get screwed over by metal shavings. Some places said the pickups. Some places said the finish on the neck, but nowhere really said all of them. So what did I do? I just said screw it, and I masked it all just in case. So now there's nothing that the steel wool can really get into But I mean, it was kind of a waste of some masking tape if I didn't need to do it, so there's that. But that's okay. Okay. Now I need this. Well, actually, what I need is this, so I can see this side of the guitar, like so. Okay. I've got too many things in my hands. It's okay that that fell. There. This will do. Back at it. Okay. So now we're going to mask this side. Okay. There we go. A couple more pieces and then the neck will be fully done. And then we can maybe take some dielectric grease to those little bridge fiddly things. Because I think I can do that before I put everything back together. Because if we're going to replace the bridge pieces, like in all that hardware anyway, even though we're not doing it today, I don't really want to spend a ton of time trying to, you know, screw around and determine what to do. I think we're just going to lubricate the top of that where that wear and tear is and say that it's probably binding there and it shouldn't be binding there, and we're going to call it a day after that, because we don't want it to bind when we're moving the tuning heads. And I'm also going to assume that the nut is compromised as well, and we're going to lube that as well, because if the nickel at this end of the guitar, like on the bridge, is completely kaput, I assume so is the nut. But we're also going to be filing the nut, so I don't know. Maybe not a big deal. Maybe when I file, I mean, I might not. It depends if I have to. We're putting 9s on it. 9s is what I typically use. But like, if it needs to be less, I can't do anything about that. Like, I don't, like, that's just, you need a new nut. But yeah, we're gonna set this up for 9s, because that's what I play typically. It's what I've played for years and years and years. Okay, so this is now done for now. I wanted just one more thing. There is a gap under here that I wanted to seal off as well. There we go. So now, ain't nothing getting in there. Yeah. Perfect. Now, I'm just gonna go like this and make sure that this is all sealed. That's fine. Okay. So that is now all fully masked. So now, what we need to look at, we're just going to take a quick peek for anywhere that we can see wood, or like anywhere that the tape maybe isn't where it should be. I think largely there are a couple. Now, it's not even wood, that's just good job, I think. I think we're good. that is as good as I'm gonna get it. Like, I think that's really good. It's better than I would have thought for my first time, so I'm pretty okay with that. So next, let's get some dielectric grease. I'm gonna put the tiniest little bit right there. What are we gonna use for this? What do I got? What do I got for little pokies? Hold on. Anything, guys? I know I've got lots of little pokey things though, so I don't. Might just go get a toothpick here in a second. I'm sure I've got something down here that I can use instead. Like, I used to have little things for like 3D printing and stuff. Please hold, I guess. One sec. There we go. I was like, why's the music so quiet? I'm back, and I got toothpicks. See? Okay. So, what are we doing now? We're regretting bringing the keyboard over, for one. What else are we doing? Hold on. Let me finish my regret, and then I'll tell you. So, we are moving a bunch of shit around. First, I want to find out if I have a thing for this. Do I have a bit that fits this? And why is this upside down, the movie? Three. That's too big. Hey buddy, what's up? Oh. I'm streaming online right now. Can you kind of figure it out by yourself, or do you need help? Well, it's on the Switch. I can give you the Switch. Do you want it? I have it in here. You want it? Okay. Do you think you can kind of figure it out yourself? Okay. Here, I'll show you. Come here. So, one sec. Here, come over here. You're going to be on the camera a little bit. Yeah. I started playing it, but I didn't get anywhere with it. So the way it works is you make people and you put them on an island, and you have to like feed them and like give them stuff, and then they be friends with other people on the island, and you kind of get to watch all that happen. And sometimes like there'll be like a news, and like it'll be one of your news that's like on the news network, and then the other ones are watching it. It's super fun.
Okay.
But yeah, you can play it handheld or on the TV. Just be careful with the Switch, okay? Sterling is going to try Tomodachi Life. That's way too big. I think these may have gotten out of order at some point. I'm going to have to double check. That's part of it. Hey, that one's too small. Oops. What size is that supposedly? Double zero? It's too small. What about regular zero? It's too big, so it's not that size. I'm certain that these are just like not labeled, or they're labeled correctly. I should not blame the... It's a little bit too big. That's not even... Somebody didn't put these away properly, and I don't think it was me. But that's okay. Ah! This is way too big, I can already tell, but that's ginormous, not even close. They're way too big, but we're moving smaller, so we're just going to try them all. I'm not going to skip one. There we go, this is the exact one. So, I'm going to back these off like all the way until they sit flat, and then we're going to add height to them. Like, why are these so long? How high should those feet be? Let me look that up. Why are we still in the BRB? Oh, okay. So wait. Bum, 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 bum. Let's do this one. Stratocaster. Saddle height? Example. I just want to see an example of like one that's set up to know if like, are they normally crap hot, like super duper high, or can I see one that's like okay. They look to be mostly flush, so like let's start then. I guess we're gonna start somewhere like this. Oh, we were gonna get some WD-40 here too, I think we're going to get a little, I think we're gonna lubricate these. No, we're not. It's those screws that we're going to do, not these ones. So we're going to start with them pretty flush, and then we will adjust from there. Based on what we need to do. So we're going to flatten it out and like just get this flush with this, which is going to give us something like that. So these were pretty, some of these were pretty good where they were. So that's good. Okay. How do you make sure that they're level is another good question. I guess that's just like a visual inspection thing. And you can kind of feel it on the table. This one again. Let's start them off pretty level. Yep, okay. It's all about like how they feel, for me at least. Like I can feel that one side's a bit higher than the other. There we go. Just gonna level them off because, again, it's not like they were ever done properly to start with. So we're kind of just resetting them because where they were is immaterial. They will not have been in the right place. It will not matter. They won't be in a good spot. Because we're also like adjusting the neck relief. We're changing the frets. More or less, like we're polishing them. We're doing everything else. We might be changing the nut. So, like, great. Trying to get us back to like neutral. Is what I'm trying to do. I want these back at like a neutral setting. And then I can figure out where they need to go and I can take note of it. I don't know how we're going to do this bridge once the strings are back on. Like we are going to have to read ahead a little bit. Oh, is this fine? White. Okay. Those ones are where they're going to be, and I'll keep this out right here because we're going to need that. And go. The next thing I want to know is right. Fender neck screws. Until they are snug, meaning the neck is firmly sealed in the pocket, no movement gaps, typically achieved with moderate hand-driven force. Okay. We should check that while we have everything disassembled. Okay. We're going to loosen it and then tighten it again. Okay, so that was, okay, moderate amount of hand force. And same thing here, we're just going to go little off, then moderate amount of hand force, little off, moderate amount of hand force, not a ton, then a little bit off, and a moderate amount of hand force. Now again, we'll just do this in a star pattern this time. So yeah, nothing to crank there, nothing to crank there, nothing to crank there, and nothing to crank there. Okay, so that's been tightened down. Okay, I don't really want to put this back on yet. Okay, so this is garbage. We can get rid of this, bring this back over here. I'm glad I got my iFixit set back up and running, because I was wondering where that was. It was where I thought it was just buried under some other stuff. There was some stuff on top of it. Okay, now we can move on to the dielectric grease. You know, let's move the tools out over here to the desk where I can't really reach, and we'll keep the parts over here. So like all this stuff I'm not using can go over here. This is the stuff I want to WD-40. So we'll get to that. Masking tape will live here. Please disconnect from charger. Okay. Stop yelling at me. Won't be too long and we will have our steel wool. Okay. Hybrid slinkies, you can live there. Did I wash these? These look not washed. My rags. I know I'm kind of jumping all over the place, but we got time. And this is all stuff that needs to be done. So there's no rush. Yeah, this just looks dirty. Maybe it's not, but it sure looks it. Yeah. Soapy water and yeah, just soap and water and microfiber cloths. We're not going to blow out the pots or anything today. I didn't bother getting the contact cleaner because I could just rather get new pots. And then when I do that, I'll buy contact cleaner to keep those nice. Oh my goodness. I think I can clean inside. Like, is this actually that... Oh my god, this might actually be worth it. But I think the microfiber cloth isn't as microfibery as we once thought. I mean, fibers are coming off of it and getting stuck in these little places. Yeah. Oh my god. Or is that just gunk and plastic? Not even sure. Something's coming off though. Might just be like grime buildup, but either way, we are replacing these, so I don't really care what it is, but we can make it look nice for today. Something is definitely coming up from it though. It might just be that the water loosened a bunch of grime in the maybe the microfiber cloth like disturbed it. That's possible. Yeah, I'm just kind of going through like the volume knob with a toothpick, and I'm like drawing out the word volume, and stuff is coming out and off of it, so gonna keep doing that for a little bit, I guess, see if we can make it look a bit nicer. Goodness. Because yeah, okay, so that one's, where did I put those toothpicks? There they are. How this turns out is going to decide if I do the other two. We should maybe just order new knobs. This might not be worth it. Oh. 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 It's actually the... yeah, new knobs. Okay. Yeah. The dish soap destroyed the paint on the knobs, is what happened. We're not going to do the other two knobs then. That's the steel wool, which the dog's barking, which means my wife's home, which means the steel wool is here. That's gross. Yeah. Either that or this is actually just like dirt and grime that's not supposed to be in there. I don't honestly remember if this was actually like what this looked like. Like, it seems to come completely off, so I'm starting to wonder. I have a toothbrush here. Let's maybe give her a scrub and see what happens. Maybe this will be the best way to do it instead of with the whatever happens. Like whether this is actually taking stuff off or not. This will probably be better than the toothpick. Because like there's definitely, yeah. Yeah, no, so what happened is that's all just like caked in there dust. Yeah. Hello. Thank you. You can set it anywhere. You okay?
Yeah, there's 16 tabs there, so.
I'm only gonna need one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh. Yeah. I told him I figured he might want to play it before he left, so I was like, there's a new game if you want to try it, and he said he can figure it out himself, so. Good. Great.
I'll get it grab, I guess, so.
Okay.
Down here,
If she's with someone, as long as I know, it doesn't matter, but if she's with nobody, then yeah, downstairs.
Okay, I'll message you where she is before.
Okay. The steel wool is now here. And there's like a bunch of them. Yeah, I don't know if I'm actually scrubbing paint off or grime, but they're all going to be uniform when I'm done, so. Whatever it is, it's no more. Regardless of what it was, it's no more. I think it is just dirt and grime, though. I don't think there is a... Here's a crap and buildup. Except the volume label. That looks like there might be something to it. Let's get the toothpick in there to maybe break some of this up. I think it's a combination thing. I think I have to do both. I have to go check on those kids in a minute. It sounds like they're arguing about something. We will see if it continues or if they stop. Sometimes they can figure it out, sometimes they can't. Part of growing up. Yeah, I think we definitely, it is a combination of both. Yeah. Whatever it is. Like this is kind of why I think it was paint, but either way, whatever. I don't know. It's looking good without it, so whatever it is, goodbye. It's gonna look real nice when we're done. So it was a bit of both. It looks like it was supposed to have some gold to it, which is kind of wearing off, but it was like black. So it looks like, yeah. Bit of both. There is some paint that has come off, but there was also a ton of grime. Like I can tell by now comparing this to the other ones just how grimy they were. But the paint is also coming off. Yeah, that looks a ton nicer though. That'll do. Oh yeah. We're gonna go through all these. Gonna make them all sparkle. Because they at least got a match, so now that we've started. Get a new one. kind of suck. These toothpicks. Not really that great. They break really easy. Yeah, this is definitely scraping up the paint as well. But the paint is like not really on there very good because it's old, so it's a bit of both. But they will all look similarly scuffed, and we are replacing them anyway. We decided before we started that we were going to at some point replace a lot of this. So that's okay if it looks super worn and not great. I'm okay with that. But yeah, I can confirm that this one doesn't have what I thought was fuzzies, and upon like further inspection, it is just kind of like it's supposed to be gold and it's not really gold. So some of that is definitely dusty, dirty, grimy. Some of that is just fading time, because we did. I'm sure we at least gave them a quick rinse last time. I just don't know how far we went with it. But oh, let's toothbrush it. I don't know what I want for knobs next time. I don't think I want these style, like that say, because like when I black it out, like I'm not going to want like white lettering on it. You know what I mean? So I don't know what I'm going to do for knobs yet. We will see. A bit. Okay, now we kind of have to make them match a little bit, so we're gonna have to scrub the crap out of all of them, just so that they kind of match a little bit. Because we did scrub off some paint on one, and we're, like I said, we're gonna replace them all anyway. So let's make them match a little bit for right now. One more, and then we're going to get to that neck. If I had a thin enough paintbrush, I could probably paint over it with like a black or something, but actually I might. I might have the right thing for this. Hold on. I'll have to double check. It might not be thin enough. I don't know. Either way, these are like super cheap, so I'm not really worried. Right now I'm just trying to make it. I don't want one to look crazy compared to the other. And, like I said, we already decided before we started we were going to replace the knobs, the pickguard, and the hardware. We're going to black it out. I think that'll look really cool. We buy a black pickguard and all black hardware. I think that would look really good with this cream Strat. And then we'll do the black one up the opposite. We'll do the white pickguard with, I don't know, maybe silver hardware. Almost done here, guys. Yeah. Now they'll all have that same scuff, so they'll at least match. Because yeah, that would suck if one of them looked vastly different than the others. That would look sillier. At least this way they all look the same amount of worn. Okay. Now, let's get to the main event here. Let's get back to the neck and the bridge and all that stuff. Okay. Clean up this little spilly here. Whoops. That up in a little bit. So, garbage box. Okay, so now we need to distance ourselves from some of this. Because we don't want the steel wool getting into any of this stuff. Okay. Dielectric grease, you can come live over here. Okay. Let's do this. I don't know how long I'm supposed to stay on one fret for. Oh boy, the masking is doing its job. Is that working? See the difference, I guess. Does it seem to make a difference? Can I even tell? That bright of a light? Wah! Hold on. I think maybe this is what we want. Oh my goodness, you can see where it's going around the pickups. Holy crap. I'm gonna need like a vacuum or something. Gotta be doing something. Oh, it's definitely working. Definitely. It definitely looks a lot different up close now that I've done a bunch of them. Like I can see where some frets are kind of dull and others aren't. It's like some of them are really shiny and some of them are kind of dull in spots and some of them are really dull. Like I can tell that this one's good, this one's almost good, and those two still need work at the top because I haven't touched them yet. Bottoms. This is making so much dust. Luckily it's all staying super localized, but I'm glad I moved my stuff is what I'm saying, and I'm glad I did all this masking. Okay. Now... Oh. Now what? I need to be able to get to here. Is it close?
Like a couple feet. It's only like this far off.
Is there one on like this
Well,
wall?
that's what I was wondering. Like, there's one there. There's got to be one somewhere else down. up one. I just don't know how good it is. It doesn't. It just suck. Dang it, we no longer have that Strat. Or handheld bag. The small.